Yeah, hey everybody, this is Marty Mangello at the United States Presidential Service Center, coming to you from having served 6 presidents now. And Dr. David Evans is doing a fantastic job with the PIC TV network. Be sure to check out all the offerings on PIC TV. Go crazy, hit up about 10, 20, 30, 40 channels. The more support, the more watching, the more it grows, the better it does. And it is doing good, isn't it? It's a great thing that we all need more of in this world. Thank you so much. And don't forget, think PIC TV.
Congratulations to the PIC TV network for being one of the top streaming networks on Roku with multiple channels. With PIC TV stars and fans from all over the world, shout out to David Evans, the president, and keep watching PIC TV network on Roku. Being one of the top streaming networks on So congratulations to the PIC TV network for being one of the top streaming networks on Roku with multiple channels. With PIC TV stars and fans from all over the world, shout out to David Evans, the president, and keep watching PIC TV network on Roku.
Hey everybody, this is David Evans from the PIC TV network, beaming it in from Washington, D.C. to one of my favorite co-hosts in the world. Everybody loves Patty. Celebration, Patty. I got a little music for you because I know you were dancing. The celebration. We're celebrating. We made it through the summer, Patty. It's your show. The Legacy Show is on the road. Yay!
Coming in from
Celebrate.
New York. Coming in from New York. And, again, yes. There you go. Welcome to the Legacy Show, coming in from New York and Washington, D.C., and also Houston. We got Houston in the house today. We're very excited to have our special guest here on the Legacy Show. This is where we tribute, cope, and share, and we are here to always motivate, elevate, and inspire. And again, dealing with loss is not easy, but it does fill your heart with joy when you remember their legacy and you remember their life, their living life, their memories, the good times. And tonight we have a great guest, and I'm really excited to announce we have Crystal Gomez, and she was a vendor at the PNC. I met her live. Hello, Crystal. Welcome, and welcome to the Legacy Show. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and we're going to start off with the kickoff question. Who are you paying tribute to today? Tell us a little about yourself and who are you paying tribute to?
Thank you for having me today, Patty. Today, I am paying tribute to my grandfather, Dr. Joel O. Tate, DDS. For those that knew him, he was Dr. Tate. And I'm just a girl from a small town in Mississippi, and growing up in a family-owned business, he influenced me to become a business owner and to give back to my community as I saw him do growing up. In a small town and at a time when technology wasn't what it is these days, when I was in high school and elementary school, whenever we had school projects, the technology that the business had always allowed me to go a step further. For example, if I was running for a student council or Girl Scouts or whatever, everyone had to hand draw their little flyers. Well, guess what? We had access to a Xerox machine. You couldn't just go to Kinko's and get copies. You had to go to a printer, so I could pop out flyers in a day. And just being in that atmosphere, I knew that I wanted to be a business owner and give back to my community, but I knew I didn't want to be a dentist.
Well, I would like to, with that being said, how has he influenced you? Now, you didn't want to be a dentist. We knew that, but entrepreneurship was already right there on the horizon. Tell us a little bit more. In what ways in the name of your grandfather, Dr. Joel, how has he influenced you?
Well, absolutely. Growing up in Mississippi, you either had your own business or you worked basically for the government or you fished down on the coast of Mississippi in Bay St. Louis, Pass Christian, and Gulfport and Biloxi. People may have heard of that now. It's a tourist area, so people go there to gamble and have a great time and enjoy the beach. But growing up, there weren't businesses outside of that. So I grew up and I became a financial services professional.
All right, all right. And what did your grandpa have to say about that?
Oh, he was so excited for me with my entrepreneurship and his inspiration. I think about him every day. And honestly, Patty, when I met you, it was one of the most exciting days of my life because I had the honor of presenting a scholarship through an organization called Safe Diversity to give a scholarship in his name. And I've always wanted to give back to my community and give a scholarship. And the day that I met you, I said, Patty, as a matter of fact, I just gave away a scholarship in my grandfather's name an hour before I met you, the Dr. Joel O. Tate DDS Memorial Scholarship. And again, through safediversity.org, a nonprofit that I work with to give back to the community like he did. His effort was called People of Mississippi. So he helped the underprivileged people get job skills and get jobs. And he worked with the Job Corps. He worked with Head Start when Head Start wasn't a thing, providing the dental services for the students. So as a result of that, there's a street named after him. So if you're visiting Gulfport, Mississippi, look up Dr. Joel O. Tate Avenue, and it's on the corner of the former Job Corps building. So he worked with the Job Corps there. So they named the street after him. And guess what? They named the community center after his sister. So
my goodness.
They were well known in the community. So if you're in Mississippi, you can see the Victoria Tate Webb Community Center in Pass Christian, Mississippi. So you have to look that up. Only people that are from there know it's not Pass Christian. It's spelled as Pass Christian to those of us that are from there.
Oh my goodness. Hold on. I got to rub my face out because my cheeks are hurting. This is just amazing. I feel honored to be able to just share his legacy right here on the Legacy Show. This is amazing. I know you must be feeling the same kind of joy. I see the smile on your face.
Yes.
I just want to recap what you said because I don't want to get it wrong. We just put out there, PattyNewYork.com. If you go there, it's going to bring you to Miss You Graham, which is a global solution to overcome grief, moving at the speed of life. And we have the Legacy Show there in the menu. If you want to be a guest on our show, just go to that tab in the menu and then go ahead and submit your information to be a guest like Crystal here. But I just want to go back. You mentioned safediversity.org. That's SAFE diversity, DIVERSITY.org. Is that correct?
Is correct.
Okay,
yes,
because I just want to make sure that gets a shout out because this is a big deal. Now, you just said so much. I'm just still trying to digest that. You know, there's like a whole community in the legacy of your grandpa and his sister. Let's just go back one step here. What legacy are they remembered by? Is he remembered by? I know I'm giving you a lot, but I really want to know. It wasn't just being a dentist because there's a lot of dentists in the community. Tell us a little bit more. What is he remembered mostly by? I know there's a lot, but give us some.
He is known for giving back to his community, you know, at a time when in Mississippi, it's very much the haves and the have-nots. So he was in the general practice of giving to the haves. And first, through his dental practice, he offered affordable pricing for his services. He offered services out of his home. You know, before being mobile was cool, he would come to you. He could come to your house. You could come to his house. You could come to the dental office after hours and pay him. You know, one time we got a car. We've gotten cars, barrels of oysters, whatever people could give, he would take it in
Oh,
exchange for
wow. And that's like
dental
a real honor
services.
system. That's like a real honor system. They knew that you could count on him. And it's only fair. He's doing a fair exchange. He's accepting it because he is providing a service that you really can't get anywhere, especially with a medical license. Come on. And the
Yes.
fact that he went out of his way to serve. I mean, my goodness, my goodness. Tell us more. Tell us more.
He would go to the senior homes and bring the services to them. His last endeavor was the dental clinic, establishing a dental clinic in the local jail. So prior to establishing the dental clinic in the local jail, he would have them come into the office. So he had an area that could be secured, as well as a surgical unit inside of his dental practice. And he had a mini version of that in his house.
Wow. Oh my, I'm in awe right now. Crystal, you were keeping all this from me?
We just didn't have time. It's a lot.
We didn't even have time. I mean, the way it all transpired, I feel like your grandpa's right there on your shoulder. It's just amazing. And just to recap that, I met Crystal at a PNC conference. That was the Power Networking Conference in Houston. That was with George Fraser Nation. That's Black economics. It's amazing. It was a big turnout, 22nd year. I meet Crystal there. She's a vendor. And the day I meet her, and this is how she ended up being on the show, the day I meet Crystal Gomez, she gave away a scholarship in lieu of her grandpa entrepreneurship for DDS. Am I correct? Is this right?
This is correct.
Amazing. Tell us a little bit more about that scholarship. Tell us it one more time.
So through Safe Diversity, they provide scholarships for all students and also those with unique abilities. So that morning I had presented them with the check for $1,000 in memory of his name, the Dr. Joel O. Tate DDS Memorial Scholarship.
And now, is that the first scholarship and you plan to continue that legacy with the scholarship?
Absolutely. I was honored to have been able to give away my first scholarship that day.
Wow.
I had no idea that I would name it after him. I knew I always wanted to give away a scholarship, and I thought, I should do it in his name, not my name, his name.
Yeah, and here we're telling the world about it. So isn't that grand? Isn't that great? I'm just gonna ask you another question right here.
Sure.
What memory brings a smile or laughter to your face about your grandpa? And again, I know that's a loaded question because there must be many, but there's always those few that are always right there in your pocket. Tell us.
It's actually a recent memory, Patty, in preparing to honor him and place an ad in the booklet for the event. My mother sent me some pictures of him. Oh. And when I saw that picture, I wish I could share it with you right now, but I will share it on Facebook along with an excerpt of this presentation. But it's a picture of him wearing his lab coat, starchly pressed. It says Dr. Joel O. Tate DDS here, and he's sitting there talking with his hands.
Is that what he did?
This. And that is so, it was as if he was there speaking with me. So this whole event has been bittersweet because I didn't get choked up until I saw that picture. That picture, I don't know, that did it for me. It was like he was there speaking to me. I just needed that picture to, like it was a video. It just needed to start moving.
Yeah.
Perhaps my screen's frozen. Your screen's frozen, Grandpa.
Yeah, and it's almost like a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? A picture is worth 1,000 words, and it just brings you right back. And to capture those moments, because like life is just that. It's the moments, it's those precious moments. And again, we are just so excited to talk about Dr. Joel, and we're gonna go to a commercial, but be right back. We're gonna end it up with a couple more comments, and we're just so excited to celebrate the legacy of Dr. Joel. So stay with us, and we'll be right back on the Legacy Show here on the PIC TV network.
Queens, what's the TV network y'all gonna be watching?
PIC TV Network.
What is this? It's kinda light. Oh, my body starts to shiver. Worries when I'm on a high. Oh, I've never felt like this before. Got to let it go.
When you move abroad, there are some things you can't take with you. But there are some things you just can't leave behind. For international health insurance, choose Allianz Worldwide.
Welcome back to the Legacy Show, and today we have our special guest, Crystal Gomez, a tech-savvy entrepreneur, and we are in memory of her grandfather, Dr. Joel, as we call him. He has a street in Mississippi. There's a community after him, and there's a scholarship after him, and we're just so excited here on the Legacy Show. Crystal, I just want to ask you another question here as we're wrapping it up. I would like to have your last sentiments, but before we go with that, what words resonate when you hear them, or words that your grandpa was just known for saying, like a famous quote, and please share. And then, go ahead and give us, your sentiments and last thoughts for the show.
Honestly, it's been a really long time since I've thought about him, because it hurt me so much losing him that I repressed it. So instead, I'd like to share with you how he made people feel. He made people feel welcome. He was giving. He was a kind man. And through his philanthropy, that lives on through me and through my other relatives, my cousins and aunts and uncles. It lives on through us, through our philanthropy. I believe our family has a history of philanthropy in the area, but the next generation is carrying the torch, and I'm proud to carry that torch into the next generation.
Wow, that was really beautiful because as you were saying that, I'm like, sounds like she's talking about herself. Because
Thank you.
when I met you, you helped me through some. Now, I was at the PNC networking conference and I was having some tech issues and you just came right in. You're a tech savvy entrepreneur, as I like to call it, friendly, giving. I mean, when you were just talking about your grandpa, so obviously it runs in the family and that's really exciting. But is there any there had to be something that your father always said? Did he say glory or hey or what? Tell us. There had to be you just can't go there. You just can't go there.
I can't go there, but I can say, Patty, that this whole experience has inspired me to launch a new business endeavor. So I am now a business coach specializing in technology automation for small and mid-sized businesses.
There you go. There you go. Well, you know what? We might not remember his exact words, but we remember him in the living spirit because you can't write this stuff. Come on. The day we meet is the day you give us a scholarship. And
Right.
Now you are just doing just more things than you never even saw happening. This is just amazing. This is beautiful. We just shared the safediversity.org. This is where good things are happening. This is Crystal Gomez. We're really excited. Crystal, where can we find you? And tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Yes, so you can find me at my name, crystalgomez.net. That is CrystalGomez.net.
Okay, I'm writing it down over here so I keep it stored safely, and that's really, really exciting. You're phenomenal. This was such a pleasure. In memory of your grandpa, you're getting a special gift aside because I fell in love with your story. I thought you were just so kind and generous with so many as well as me. So you're receiving a personalized gift from me, the memory mug. But as a guest on our show, you're going to receive a Live Your Legacy journal. And you know what? The pages inside are blank because we don't write between the lines. You want to use it as a shopping list. You could do that, but just don't look for the lines because this is where freedom flows and there's no lines when it comes to your imagination. And you also will receive a pen. Again, for being on our show today, we are just so excited to remember your grandpa, the living legacy of Dr. Joel. He has a street, he has a community, now he has a scholarship. I'm excited. Any last words, Crystal?
Well, first of all, the honor is all mine, but he was known as Dr. Tate, and he was very adamant that you call him Dr. Tate. So that would be his
there you go.
If they called him by
I stand corrected. Dr. Tate.
Yes, anything other than Dr. Tate, you would be sternly corrected. He worked hard to, obtain that at a time where minorities were not allowed many freedoms. He bought a movie theater so that there could be a public meeting place for professional meetings.
What?
Because of segregation. He provided affordable housing. He is just such an inspiration, to things that weren't being done at the time. He's really a pioneer in his own right.
Wow.
I learned so much.
There's so much more being revealed. I want more. I want more. I mean, seriously, I could understand now where you get that passion from. And that's really, really a beautiful thing. Now, your grandmother got to see you live through this entrepreneurship. She got to be a witness to you being inspired by your grandpa, and that's a beautiful thing. And your mom, obviously, you know, she sent you the pictures, and she's also a living witness to your entrepreneurship through the inspiration of your grandpa, and that's a beautiful thing. Again, I want to remind everybody to support the PIC TV network. We are the People's Investment Channel. This is the one and only place that you can count on it being family friendly. We have 60 channels. We're on Roku, and Dr. David Evans is the CEO and president, and proud to say Black owned business. Again, talking about the minority, here it is in living color, the PIC TV network, and we're just so excited to be able to have this show, the Legacy Show, thanks to Dr. David and the PIC TV network. Again, we're streaming in across the world, 70 million users, and we're on channel 1000. Again, we have our guest, Crystal Gomez. Crystal, thank you so much for being with us. I'm going to pass the mic over to Dr. David Evans. Dr. David, back to you.
Crystal, you did a wonderful job being on PIC TV Network for the first time. You got to come back and do a show. Yeah, I want her to come back and do a show. And Crystal, right above your head is the PIC TV Network's QR code. There you go, right there. The whole world sees it. Let's do what Patty said, folks. We're about to enter into our third year. On Black Friday would be our 3rd year anniversary. Patty has 3 awards right there. She already knows. Every time I show her 3 big awards for the show of the year, one of the co-hosts of her own show on the PIC TV Network and the PIC TV Network Business Manager. And every fall, last year this time, we got a chance to be a part of the New York Fashion Week. After we take a break, I'm going to come back and ask Patty about that because she recorded. She was in the field of recording the New York Fashion Week. And today, I received one of the biggest phone calls of the year, other than the mayor, because I interviewed the mayor. But we are part of the media coverage, the head television network for the media coverage for the African Festival presentation in Washington, D.C. at the Monument on September. We just got this today. The mall is going to be packed, and PIC TV Network. They brought me on to be a part of the project. Today I met with the team today, and the president and the person who's running this. They said, we need you, PIC TV Network, to do the media coverage for this big event. So we're going to be blasting it. Patty, this is big. This is on the same place that Martin Luther King did the I Have a Dream speech. This is the same place that we have the big monuments. The president of the United States, matter of fact, can look out the window and see us down there. We're at the monument. Patty, you gotta come. I'm gonna have to get you up down here. I gotta talk to Michael, Patty. You gotta come down to this because this is an all-day event. It's coming up in September. We just got the green light today to be the media coverage. Somebody saying congratulations. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. But not surprised. I'm not surprised anymore because, you know, we're doing great things and, you know, it only makes sense. It only makes sense. And for that, we thank everybody who sponsors us, everybody who just endorses us, you know, and we just are really, really thankful. We do a lot behind the scenes. We have Project Smiles where we donate to, you know, people that are in need, especially around the holidays, single moms, disabled kids. Just it goes a long way. A little bit goes a long way. Even your scholarship, Crystal, you come from a philanthropist's heart, you know, and you understand that, you know, you're paying it forward, and that's what it's all about. It's an ecosystem. You get and you pass it forward, and that's what we do here in the PIC TV network. And we're just so excited to be here together in the legacy of your grandpa. Now we're gonna be celebrating, you know, African, and you know, I'm just really, really excited about all the stuff that's going on. The African festival was that the African festival or African Heritage? What was that exactly, Dr. David, in September?
Yeah, we just got it today, Patty. I'm so high, you know. We just had the vice president. You already know, Patty, the vice president of the United States. I can't even. We got to take a break because I don't think America's ready for what we're going to talk about, Patty. Because me and you got a whole.
No, you're gonna have to stay tuned and come back for more. That's all.
Hey, we'll be back with some closing words from me and Patty. And thank you again for our special guest, Crystal. You did amazing on the PIC TV network, folks. We'll be right back after this.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful fall evening. The sun is setting. The dog finally stopped barking. Life is good. But inside, there's trouble brewing, and Emma has no idea. Although she feels fine, like her father, Emma is one of the 67 million adults in the U.S. with high blood pressure or hypertension. Just like her radiator that's on the fritz, Emma's heart is working overtime to get the job done. Let's have a look. The heart is the pump in our bodies, delivering blood to the entire system through a set of pipes, or blood vessels of all sizes. Smoking, high cholesterol, diabetes, obesity, physical inactivity, family history, and increased age all contribute to these blood vessels, or our pipes, becoming less elastic. The more blood our heart has to pump through stiff, narrowing arteries, the higher our blood pressure. When the force of the blood against our artery walls is too high, life-threatening health problems can result. Problems like kidney disease, heart disease, stroke, even heart attack. Can Emma get her pressure down before it's too late?
Yeah, folks, this was an amazing show today. Pick TV Network. Patty, you did it again. Amazing. Guest on today. We still got a lot of people chatting in. Thank you for coming in. All of you guys. Pick TV Network is your network on Roku. Again, we are growing. This is the peak season that we're in, the fall and the winter. And I'm going to ask Patty going to come back and talk about a little bit about Project Smiles, what we do for people who have kids and in need. We adopt the family during the holidays and we flood them with toys, gifts, a gift card to help them out. Patty, on a serious note, and I'm going to bring Ms. Gomez back in a second. Patty, our hearts are broken when we look at the situation that happened in Hawaii, Patty. We got to do a story on this. Matter of fact, right after this broadcast, we had a person who lived there who wanted to bring some people on because there's kids and parents and people whose lives are just tore up, Patty. When you see that on television, and we have to do a story on Pick TV Network. And I wanted to adopt a family over there. And by the grace of God, we're going to help one family over there to try to
I know we can. And again, a little bit goes a long way because a little bit of a lot of people make much. And that's what it's all about. If you sit there and say, well, I don't have enough for a whole family, that's okay. Whatever you have, it all helps. It all sums up to something big. And we've witnessed that with Project Smiles. And now with this, burning in Hawaii, this is heartbreaking. At the same time, we can't turn our heads. We have to do diligence. We have to be, you don't have to, but it's only humane to do the right thing. And what can we do? Well, we could all contribute a little bit.
And I want to say, Patty, before we close, because me and you got to talk some more. We're going to bring in Michelle Cox from Atlanta, Georgia, and bring this into Hello America. You were there, Patty, in New York when the sky was red and the smoke was coming from Canada, and you walked outside. But can you imagine, Patty? Everything is on fire, Patty, and you can't you have to walk away from everything to save your life, and everything you have, Patty, all your life is burnt and gone.
And you're still lucky if you're able to walk away. There are, last thing I read, over 1,500. I'm assuming there's more now. Missing, vanished, probably in ashes, unfortunately, or buried under ashes. And that's just like really hurts my heart. Like I would only hope that, there are people that at least got to walk away, even with nothing. This is so serious. We heard such tragedy, like people running into the water to save their life. I mean, I'm thinking of the young children, even the animals. I know animals come after humans. Nonetheless, that just hurts my heart to think. So, what can we do? Again, a little goes a long way. A little bit from everybody gathers together is a lot.
Yeah, Patty. When I talked to a young lady today, and she was supposed to be on the broadcast, but she got sick, and she has friends over there talking about how it is literally to live there and to see everything gone. And I think about you from New York surviving 9/11, Patty, and just over the summer, my tears are coming out my eyes a little bit because you woke up and seen the city on the whole New York, Patty, from Canada to New York to New Jersey to Philadelphia to Baltimore, all the way to DC. We got some of it, but you had the front of it, Patty.
Yeah, we saw, because where I'm located, right outside of Manhattan. I'm on Long Island, but I'm not far from Manhattan. You could see it. You could see the building burning. Again, it was in a distance, but you could see the burning. And then on television, I mean, like the rest of America, but I happened to have seen it live because my husband happened to be in the city that day, and he had to, turn around, and he was like, I happened to be going into the city that day. I know everybody has their story. It just so happened to be I was going to be going into the city that day. My husband called me up. He goes, "You're not going into the city today. Put on the news." And at that point, we thought it was just an accident, because remember, the first airplane, everybody thought was an accident because it was a fly zone. So then I put on the TV, and then live we saw the second catastrophe, the second tragedy, and I couldn't believe my eyes. And then again, you could see the buildings burning, and it was just surreal. It was just such a tragedy. And that's why my heart goes out when there's stuff like that goes on in other places, because I understand, I know this was terrorism and it was a little different, but nonetheless, when there's tragedy in a city, it's still like a state of emergency, and this is when it's up to the community to respond, to help, to give a helping hand.
Yeah, and we're right around the corner from 9/11 again, Patty, and you never forget those families and names. And you go down there, you recorded down there from Pick TV Network a year ago, and Michael, and a lot of people say, well, that's just, no, it didn't just happen. It's something that, Patty, you live with that for the rest of your life, Patty.
Oh yeah, those are one of those like marks in history. Unfortunately, it's not one to celebrate. Things changed so much after that, and after that, it became like almost like COVID. It's like a point in time that is just embedded in time. It's a stamp in time, and here we were always, before 9/11, still to this day, even though it's been so many years. Before 9/11, after 9/11. Now with COVID, it's before COVID, after COVID. It's a different life. It's things change, and you just have to just learn and grow and accept. And how can we get better? How can we do it better? Now there's no fly zone in Manhattan, which in hindsight you think, wow, it's sad to think that somebody would want to do that.
Yeah.
At the same time, it should have been a no-flying zone to begin with, At least now we know, okay, at least we'll protect ourselves, and you just do what you can, and just move forward. But it definitely was something you don't forget.
And you know why I want to say thank you, and you're going to be awarded 3 awards. The trophies are right there for your anniversary, Patty, because this show is needed. And it's right here, Patty. NewYork.com is needed because some people want to express what you're doing today, the legacy show, to keep their legacy alive. Like my sister Brenda, who passed away. My mother, her birthday was 2 weeks ago. My father's gone. And this is a way that we can express, like you did with Crystal today and others. Patty, can you talk about some more people, and as we go into the holiday seasons, Patty, what it really means to you?
I gotta say, the slogan that we have for Mr. Graham, and if you go to patty.com and pattynewyork.com, it will bring you right there. And the point is that everybody wants to be remembered. Everybody wants to be remembered. I really will argue that. I really will argue that everybody wants to be remembered. You know, we are here for a purpose. You have to believe it's the mysteries of life. There are some things in life that are unexplainable, and it is a wonder. And when we suffer loss, and we all will, and it's one of those things you don't want to talk about, but the time will come eventually that you'll suffer a loss. Hopefully not in a tragedy, but tragedies do happen, like now in Hawaii. Sometimes it's just the course of life, old age. Sometimes it's an accident or health concerns. Nonetheless, the life should be remembered, and we are here to serve a purpose. And when we are able to honor instead of just be sad and not want to talk about it because it hurts, rejoice in their purpose that they've been here. Rejoice in the legacy they left. Rejoice in what they inspired us to do. Rejoice in the fun memories. They can never be taken away. They might not be here anymore, but they can never be taken away either. They were there and they were marked. And those things we could go back in our minds and hearts, in writing, in photographs. Like Crystal just said herself, you know, she saw that photograph and it just all came back to her. And her grandpa was like speaking to her through that photograph. And that's a beautiful thing. And that's what I want to embrace with the show and our mission with Mr. Graham. That's what it's about. It's to be able to go back to those times and just embrace it. I could go on and on and on with this one. You know, this is really dear to my heart. The reason why I even created Mr. Graham, I am the CEO of Mr. Graham, a global solution to overcome grief, moving at the speed of life. Because again, when I had clients sitting in my chair for 30 years, 33 years to be exact, how many times they sat in my chair while I was a beautician, still a beautician. I mean, that can't be taken away from me either, because I keep up my license and my practice. I'm still doing it 1 day a week. Although my mission now is just to embrace this platform, because I just care about it so much. People would sit in my chair and they would be getting ready to go to a funeral and bury their loved one, or maybe even go to a memorial or an unveiling after a year of their passing. And I would give them the space to talk about it. And I saw their face just light up. They might have cried, but it was tears of like relief, and sometimes bittersweet, sometimes crying of like wanting to hear their voice in real life or wanting to touch them again. This is something we can't control. Again, it's the mysteries of life. You know, that right there is the mysteries of life. And when I saw that people were happy to be allowed to have that space to talk about their loved ones, and I felt their energy being elevated, I saw their faces being happy, and even through the tears, it was a sense of relief. That's when I said, that's it. This is happening, like it or not. And here we are on the Legacy Show. Dr. David, back to you.
No, amazing. You know, just to have you to speak like that, Patty, from your heart. And this is why this show is an award-winning show on the Pick TV network. And this is why Patty does this, to help people come on, sponsors sometime out of her own pocket to keep the show going. I want to thank you again, Michael, Crystal Gomez. Crystal's still back there. Crystal's going to wave at others. Crystal, you still there? She loving it. Crystal, how did you like your first time being on Pick TV network? How did you enjoy it, Crystal?
It felt natural and it's so exciting. I love it here. Y'all are awesome.
Well, you know, you hang around us, you have your own show. You know, you really like Patty. She has her own show.
Well, you know what they say, love is contagious, you know, so what can I tell you?
Well, great minds must think alike, because we're twinning today. We couldn't have planned this.
I love it. I love twinning. I love it.
And Patty, we've been putting up the vice president on our network the whole year. Right there. That is Kamala Harris. And can you believe, folks, America, listen to me right now. I was blessed to do a media coverage presentation of the Vice President's speech 2 weeks ago in Washington, D.C. Patty saw it. She was jumping out of her skin. People said, how did you get in there? Security let me in. I had my Pick TV network badge. It was a magical moment to be with the Vice President of the United States of America. And now
hopefully we'll have her as a guest here on the show. That's my mission, to have her as a guest on the Legacy Show. Let's see what happens.
I got a call from the Washington, D.C. Hold on. Don't go nowhere.
Hello, this is David Evans, President of Pick TV Network. We were blessed to do a special media coverage live in Washington, D.C. with Vice President Kamala Harris giving a speech helping small businesses. This was an amazing time. And Pick TV Network, just so honored and blessed to record this footage. And as you see this event, you're going to be blessed and impressed.
Isn't that right? And really, the power behind the power of possibilities is that we as a community, as a society, see it and then invest in it.
Yeah, we here in a big event. Vice President spoke. Had the chance to meet a lot of people in top positions in Washington, D.C. Super amazing. Did you enjoy the event today?
Very informative, looking very amazing. Looking forward to all the great work that we have and the support that we have with the Biden administration to make these businesses more sustainable, bringing resources, capital, programming, you name it, to our small town of South Carolina, small state of South Carolina.
Kamala Harris was awesome.
She was phenomenal, and I'm so excited about the programming that they're launching to be able to support more diverse businesses. This is really going to be a game changer for our small businesses. So I'm excited about this work, and a number of the businesses that you see here are actually doing this work throughout the country. So we're excited, and we are moving forward, and I want to say congratulations to all who are supporting this type of work.
Thank you. We'll be right back.
President Biden and I took office, we decided to invest in the working people of America, to create millions of jobs. And as today's jobs numbers make clear, Bidenomics is working. Last month, we created 187,000 new jobs. That means today 187,000 more Americans are able to go to work, to provide for their family and invest in their future. Today's numbers reflect the point that President Biden has made many times. America's economy is strong and experiencing stable and steady growth.
Patty.
You heard it from the horse's mouth. You heard
Patty,
it right there.
I was there, Patty. I was literally there on the stage, Patty. Somebody pinched me, man. Literally, I was recording this event in this stage and meeting all the people who run the city. And the crazy thing is, Patty, you had just sent her an email on Twitter.
Yes,
remember you said that?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. No, I went to... So I was inspired by a post I saw, and then I went to the whitehouse.org and I sent her a message. What was I thinking? I don't know, but I did. I sent her a message, and it was just a friendly message of saying, thank you. And this could get a little tricky, because when we start talking politics, I want to be nonpartisan, because I don't want to get on anybody's last nerve. I'm just going to disclose this. I'm nobody's attorney, so I'm not going to start defending anybody. I also want to disclose that I support anything that, is going to be for the goodness of humanity. And I just want to support the United States of America because it's where I reside, and I am proud to be an American. I'm not saying that other countries aren't beautiful and wonderful, but I have to be proud of my country. So I have to support my country. And for that, I am proud to be able to share, that we had that on our channel. I mean, that Kamala Harris was on our channel. I'm very excited about that. What can I tell you?
That's history, Patty. And again, we have an event. I got it right here. We're going to put it up real soon on September the 9th. All day long, it's My African Family Reunion Day right at the monument. Matter of fact, the president can look out of his window and see us out there. He can literally look out the window and see us out there on the wall, Crystal.
You're better than that.
Oh, wow.
No, we got you. This is history. Pick TV Network, we're just so excited. This is our peak season. The last 4 months of the year, we always run into big things like the New York Fashion Week, the Black Caucus. They asked us to come and do these events. We got sports events we do. It's just so wonderful to be a part of this peak season for Pick TV Network. Whoever thought, Patty, we would not only have the Kamala Harris to do media coverage live while I'm there recording with the press release team, and also now today, we received a confirmation that we are the official TV network of the My African Family Reunion. Big celebration downtown at the monument. Can you imagine that?
Yeah. Well, again, I want to act surprised. For some reason, I'm not, because we're doing great work. We are a Black-owned, network. Again, I'm the business manager for New York. Dr. David Evans is the CEO and president. I'm happy to serve here. I'm the host and sponsor for The Legacy Show. We also do the World News on Hello America with Michelle Cox.
Yeah.
We are a family network. Here's where you could count on being the truth, being fair. It benefits all concerned, and we build better relationships. It's the 4-way test. I'm also a Rotarian, if you could tell. But this is what happens here on the Pick TV Network. It's wholesome, and I like it, and that's why I'm staying.
No, we love you, Pat. This is our 3rd year. Can't wait for your anniversary and to give you these awards and Project Smiles when we get back to the kids. We adopt a family. We give gift cards. We help people over the holidays, and it's because of you, Patty, that we do some amazing things. And again, Crystal, thank you for coming in. You're like a co-host today. She's co-hosting with us, man. She don't want to leave.
I love it. Thank you for inviting me and making me feel so welcome. The honor is all mine.
You will be back. And we also want to thank our international audience. People don't know that we have an audience in Brazil, France, Colombia, Mexico, Panama, Paris, Peru, Argentina, Egypt, Canada, Ireland, West Africa, United Kingdom, Australia, Belgium, United States. Through Roku, we stream this, and we have interpreters in these countries around the world. While we're on here, these folks are getting the same word that you're saying with interpreters through Roku. Once I got the text message that we're on in these countries, I blasted it to the world. Patty knows I always say thank you for our international audience. And we have a new star today. Crystal's the new star on Pick TV Network.
Woo! Thank you. This is incredible. Y'all are incredible. Thank you so much. I've enjoyed myself.
You keep hanging around Patty. Keep hanging, and you'll have your own show. Keep hanging around Patty.
All right, let's do it. I look forward to it.
All right, folks, we're going to close out, and I want to thank again, Patty. You've been so great. Our prayers again for the people down in Hawaii. We love you guys, and we're going to do something, whatever we can, to help a family, adopt a family there. We're in process of having an interview with some people there. We already have the link. They already have the link. We're just waiting for it to go through to synchronize them over from Hawaii and bring them on Hello America to share our love with the people around the world. Don't forget to support the PIC TV network. Those who are watching right now, take a moment, get your phone out. Don't play around. We'll know those who are supporting the network and giving. Scan the QR code. Patty is right beside you. There it is, right? You got your hand on it, Patty. That's the QR code. Scan the QR code, folks. Take a moment. Patty's right there. Patty, I'm going to let you close out, to talk about Project Smiles, Patty. I'll let you close out. Come on.
All right. Well, Project Smiles, we do the kickoff. It's all year round, but we really highlight and promote it around the holidays because this is where we also do live shows, giving away the gift cards, the Christmas trees, the toys, the food drives. We go live. Again, if you go to the PIC TV network, all the streams, whether you're on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, wherever you are, type in PIC TV Network, go to the QR code. You could see the donate button. Just put Project Smiles. And again, you could see for your own eyes here on the PIC TV Network what we do with the money. It's really beautiful. Last year, my heart was filled when I got to witness Dr. David going to take the Christmas tree over to a mom, single mom. She was doing her best to keep food on the table, and she could not afford a Christmas tree or some gifts and even some extra food. So what did Project Smiles do? We paid it forward, and that's how we roll here on the PIC TV network. We are the people's investment channel, and we are just so happy to have you. This is a wholesome show, a family show. And again, we accept donations. If you want to be a guest on this show, the Legacy Show, go to pattynewyork.com. And then on the menu tab, you'll see the Legacy Show, and you could just fill in a short form of information, and then you'll be a guest here on the PIC TV network on the Legacy Show. Here's where we pay tribute. We want to remember them in the living spirit, good memories and good legacies that they had left, because everybody wants to be remembered. Again, thank you for being here on the PIC TV network, channel 1000 on Roku TV, streaming across the world with our one and only Dr. David Evans, President and CEO of the PIC TV network. Dr. David, back to you.
Yeah, Patty, I love you so much, Patty. We've been together through the storm, the rain. We've been together so long, and now 3 years, we're still standing with the team, PIC TV network. And again, I'm excited about the great things. New York Fashion Week, you got to get ready for that, Patty. We have to get the call. That's a whole different show. When you go there, Patty, we can talk another minute about you going recording New York Fashion Week. That's big. That's nothing small, folks. And Patty's right there to be with the people from all over the world to cover footage for the PIC TV network. And again, Crystal keep hanging. I see Crystal. She won't leave the green room. Hey, Patty, she got bit by the PIC TV network bug. She won't leave the green room, Patty.
It's Dr. Jade. He's saying, you're not going anywhere. Come this far,
She's been adopted. She our brand new member of the month. We're gonna get to give her some. She's the member of the month right there.
Absolutely right here. Not only PIC TV network, but the Legacy Show. I'm really excited about that.
All right, everybody. We're gonna close out the show with a lot of love. We see you next time, and you know where, the PIC TV network.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Said the Entertainer. I want y'all to check out Pick TV Network. That's right, Pick TV Network. They got 60 free channels on Roku. This is dope. They also started the brand new Coaching World channel at $9.89. So if you are a content provider, you are a young business with an opportunity to build something, a platform where you can have your own show, do some programming, check out Pick TV Network on Roku. They got over 60 free channels for you to check out and also grow a business. Go and see them now. See the content, see what they have to do, learn something, check them out, all right?